is 11-year MDRT member Selena Chin-Coffie.
Good morning, my MDRT family. It is an honor and pleasure to stand before you this morning. The two most important days in all our lives are: one, the day that we discover our identity. We have to know who we are. And two, the day that we discover why. Why do we do what we do? My identity defines everything about me. Everything I have done, everything I am doing, and everything I will do comes from my identity. It is so beautiful and yet so powerful to know who you are. What it does is it turns on that superhuman part of us. This is when the heart of a champion comes alive. It enables us to see things in our minds before they happen externally. Every battle is first won in the mind. Most of us are not getting what we want, not because we have a performance problem, but more so because we have an identity problem. Oh no, so sorry to tell you, it is not your production that is the problem. So if you came to MDRT this year to fix your production, take my advice and find your identity first, and it won't be long before you fix the production problem. You see, I know who I am, and I give myself permission every single day to do what is best for me without needing the approval of anyone else. Now, my question to you is, do you know who you are? You see, I've trained myself to become so conscious of who I am that there are certain things I just won't do, certain places I just won't go, certain people I just won't know. It has also made it easier for me to discover why I do what I do. If you look on the screen, you'll see a picture of one of my most favorite persons in this world and I. And although we look like sisters, I am the one in the white. And the beautiful lady beside me is my mother. In my 14 years in the insurance industry, the hardest client for me to win over was my very own mother. But there is an underlying reason my mother was so challenging. You see, when my mother got pregnant with me, my father wanted her to terminate the pregnancy. He did not want me. And because my mother did not comply, the relationship between my mother and my father ended before I was even born. Now faced with being a single parent, my mother made it her life's mission to take care of her one and only child. And because we were poor, this made life very hard. So my mother sacrificed a lot, and that was the reason she didn't want anything to do with the insurance industry. She believed that I was wasting the golden opportunity of a university education to provide or become an insurance salesperson. But as life would have it, 6 months after I convinced my mother to buy the insurance, she was diagnosed with terminal cervical cancer. And the same insurance that she had given me a hard time to provide for her ended up saving her life. If you look on the screen, you'll see one of my clients, Shavar Harris, and I. He was a firefighter that had intended to cancel all his insurance policies in January 2016. When he told me of his intentions, I sternly told him that was not an option. You see, he trusted me, and knew I had his best interests at heart. As life would have it, only a few months later, he met in a life-threatening motor vehicle accident that left him a tetraplegic. He's paralyzed from the neck down. Can you imagine? The same insurance that he had intended to cancel 3 months earlier became one of the biggest lifesavers, and to date, it is still helping him. You see, these two experiences show the world what I already knew, which is why I do what I do. Just as how my mother and client Chavar were relying on me, so too are so many persons across this world relying on you. There are certain things that only you can do. There are certain places that only you can go. And there are certain people that only you can reach. We all have a date with destiny. That is just how life is. What we need to do is realize that we're all a part of a bigger picture. And the longer we take to wake up, the more persons are left exposed. So if you know who you are and why you do what you do, act like it. Thank you.